Hello and welcome. I am Raziel, and so today I am doing a follow-up of yesterday's Sunday pre-order preview, mainly because I want to talk about, I actually did want to talk about the, Religion Battle Group and how good it is, and it is pretty good. And I actually nailed 3 of the prices down to the ground. I nailed 2 of them. I have not seen the exemplary book yet, because, not out yet for pre-order, and it's online only, which means it doesn't come out with the rest of the price list. However, that did, and I nailed 2 of them exactly, which is the Daradio Dreadnought and the Battle Group. The Battle Group is £125 and the Daradio is £50. So look, I nailed those 2 straight away. But before I talk about the Battle Group, which I do want to talk about, I want to talk about something which you've probably clicked on because you saw the title and thought, oh, this is clickbait. It's not. We've actually seen a price drop from Games Workshop. Yes, I was truly shocked by this too. Basically, the Mark III Tactical Squad of 20 models is £45. That's a 10% drop. My original opinion on this was it's been gutted because you're losing, I think it's the heavy weapons. Mark IV is probably the best ones for what you get. It's either heavy weapons or special weapons. You do lose some. However, you don't lose the amount that that this price is gone. It's a 10% drop, and the sprues aren't dropping 10%. Okay? You still get the 20 models, and you still get some stuff for the Sergeant or Champion. So there is still quite a bit on there. I mean, it would be great to have some more special weapons on there, but seeing as they're really easy to get hold of, and we're not even talking about the individual box. I mean, most people have some spares in their bits box anyway. So yeah, it is a 10% drop, and I was actually flabbergasted to see that the price was dropped. I am of the opinion that I'm not going to pay the same for less, because that's just wrong. Everyone who sees that and goes, well, it's, we need to pay it. I was like, no. If it's the same amount and you're getting less and the price is the same, honestly, just don't buy it and save your money, because it's just going to promote a poor behavior with a company. That's why EA is so bad. People kept promoting their bad behaviors constantly. So yeah, so the fact that this price has dropped is a great thing. It's absolutely fantastic, and I don't think anyone else is talking about it. Actually, with what I've seen from all the other outlets lately, it's all about Rogue Trader. Yeah, I spoke about that yesterday. But yeah, no one is speaking about this price drop. And yeah, I think it's like opposite day right now. I had to double check myself. Wait, how much? Really? £45? It's down a £5 from every other tactical squad, which is great, seeing as they're made the same way as the Mark VI and Mark IV. I think it's Mark IV anyway. So there you go, which means all those bits will continue to work on these. So if you got some, because let's be honest with you, that special weapons box, which they sell for Horus Heresy, has more than 20 bits in it. Yeah, absolutely great, right? So you're going to be saving money now if you get those. Especially if you just use them as a tactical squad with bolt guns. Anyway, that is that bit. That is that bit talked about as well. Now, I said yesterday, and I said it very clearly, that if the Legionist Astartes Battle Group is £125, it's worth getting. I also made a mistake. The mistake I made was how many models are in it. So I did the maths for 50. So I went like, okay, 50, 50, 50. And the squad and the special weapons. I went, okay, so it's £175, £183. What I forgot to add in is an extra half a box, which is an extra £25. It was actually £22.50 now. So it works out at a far better deal at £125. And I've got to say, this is fantastic. This is a good box to get to add on to your army. For a start, you get that special weapons squad box, okay, which is absolutely fantastic. Because honestly, I don't like getting them on their own. To have this in the box as is great, and especially as you get a lot in those boxes. Okay, you do not just get what's shown there. I don't know if it's a sprue or not. That's the problem. Is it a sprue or actually the box? If it's the box, deploy the newly Mark III power armors. Dive straight into the Age of Darkness with this loaded box. It comes with 32 miniatures representing a ready-made battle force. It's not, by the way, I've got to say, there is no HQ choice. Shame, needs one of those. For 400 transfers, special weapons upgrades. Now, hopefully, it's the full box, which would be great. If it's the full box, fantastic, which means you could probably equip all of them just with the weapons, which is honestly one of the best things I'd ever see. Because those, I mean, they aren't bad kits. Because even a heavy weapon one with the flamers, melters, and plasma cannons, you get 4, 20, 30. You get 30 weapons. So one box will completely equip the entire thing. Of course, there's going to be maybe 3 left over, because depends if you do squads of 10 or squads of 20, or even squad of 30 apparently. But you're going to not use all 30 of them. And I'm hoping it is the full box and not just a single sprue. Always a bit of a shame when they do stuff like that. Because honestly, I would like it to see the special weapons upgrades and, you know, not be just one sprue, be the whole lot. And let's have a look. Yeah, there's like 10 models on the sprue. So hopefully it's not. There's 10 weapons on the sprue. Okay, it's 20 by the looks of this. So I hope it's 2 sprues, and that'd be great, okay? And, you know, so you can equip the entire thing. So, however, let's talk about it as it was. Now, first things first is a Derridio Dreadnought. It's a good Dreadnought. It's going to cost you £50 on its own. And my issue with it is the lack of weapons. Now, something in my brain is just ticking away, saying you're going to have to equip it with the autocannons. We're not going to have the plasma cannonade choice. Now, the only thing that gives me that bit of insecurity is the Age of Darkness box. Now, the Age of Darkness box, if you're unaware, the Contemptor Dreadnought does not have the full kit. It's missing a sprue. It's not a sprue that you can need. It's just one that includes certain weapons and certain fronts. Now, the front is there. It's the same one they showed twice. However, like, if the cannonade is not there, that might be a reason not to get this, because you are getting a stymied box, and I'm not a big fan of doing that. It's, like I said, it's a nice model, and it looks pretty good, and it's a £50. And then, of course, you have the Proteus Land Raider. It's a nice little ditty Land Raider. I worked out the points of this. It's around, well, it's around, what's that? 300, about 700 points, 750 points for the entire box. So it's a nice little add-on. I mean, if you get 2 of these, that's 1500. You won't be able to really use I think you could use one of the, if you're doing Ultramarines, you could add Robert Goleman. He would be able to fit after 2 of these just about. Perturabo, maybe. Rogel definitely. You could definitely get 2 of these and Rogel. That would be a legal army. But most people play around 3,000 points. And the Proteus isn't that bad. It's a nice little ditty Land Raider for smaller units. It's not really a big one like the Spartan. So whether or not you want it, that would be it. And then overall savings, by the way, is you are getting all those Space Marines for pretty much free. Like, what you're paying for here is the Derridio, the Proteus, and the upgrade sprues, if it's a full box. Or even just 10 models. I mean, you're going to get a lot. You're not paying for a lot of this box. It's, again, something fantastic. Like I said, I honestly, when I saw the prices, I was really shocked by this. And it was kind of weird. Now, when I try and guess the prices, and they are guesses at the best of time, the day before, I try to go on what Games Workshop has done and how much they are then, rather than going on, you know, the worst case scenario. So the battle group is £125, and that was quite my guess because of the price of the Derridio and the Proteus. That's what I guessed it around. And like I said, I kind of guessed the box of Space Marines was going to be 50 quid. And then, of course, I miscalculated by not counting that extra 10. Now, counting that extra 10 suddenly makes me think this could have been easily sold at 150. You know, and you've got one squad of Space Marines free, which tends to be Games Workshop's way at the moment. If we look at the Warcry box, Hunter and Hunted, when they drop, you're pretty much only getting that little piece of terrain free. With this, you're getting 30 Space Marines free, and I can't see a reason to pass this up. I don't like the helmets. No, I've got to say, they will definitely be being trimmed. They will be getting trimmed. If I get this box, they will be getting trimmed. I will not be having the spikes on them. I don't like the spikes. They look goofy as hell, and I just don't like. But they look like they can be easily chipped off, and not going to be too. It doesn't look like it's so molded onto the top of his helmet that you're going to see too much of a circle. I think it looks like there's the line, and that's actually on top, which is great, which means it won't be much of an issue. So yeah, I think, honestly, yesterday's two big announcements, the Battle Group and the Space Marines, it's quite shocking to see that they actually dropped price. And honestly, I gotta say, keep this up. Like, keep doing that. Don't keep trying to, screw as much money you can out of your fans' Games Workshop. It's not good for you, and it's not good for anyone else. And people are going to start leaving, even more so. I mean, with what I've seen, well, yes, profits are up, sales have stagnated, even dropped, which is not a good thing. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And are you shocked about the price drop? I'm shocked. I totally am. And talking about price drops, look at Wayland Games for up to 20% off your Warhammer, and even free delivery after £20. Next is, of course, Forbidden Planet. Yes, Forbidden Planet. That's great for comics and geeky stuff, and my comics and merchandise and everything else, art and everything done by me. And finally, Patreon. But as always, treat yourself first before just giving me money. I'm not going to say no, but I'd rather you do that. That way we both benefit. Have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.